Relax and enjoy the beautiful beauty of an urban oasis in Sherman Library and Gardens. Come along with me as we explore these beautiful gardens together. The wisteria is in bloom, and so many other things are bursting to bloom here at Sherman Library and Gardens. This is located in Newport Beach or Corona del Mar, California. Sherman Library and Gardens is compact, but it's a beautiful place to visit in Orange County if you're visiting. And it's a gorgeous spot to check out ferns. You can check out gorgeous annual flowers, and you can check out beautiful begonias as well. There are a couple different entrances to get into Sherman Library and Gardens. I came in through more of the back entrance, which is not on a busy street. It's on the parking lot. But as you walk in, you can see these beautiful ferns. I love those staghorn ferns that are hanging on the wall. My parents used to have one when I was growing up, and I was always fascinated by it. I think we even had a mourning dove that built a nest in it one time. They're really, really cool. So there are a bunch of different ferns that you can see as you go through this part of the gardens, and then you're going to walk and see this beautiful fountain. I love seeing the poppies that were blooming at the time, but there may not still be poppies blooming at this time. They may have changed those out, but look at how beautiful the grounds are. Now you'll see people that are sitting over there, and that's actually the restaurant. I didn't go there and eat this time, but it looked amazing. And that's actually unusual for a garden center to have a place, to have a restaurant on site. Descanso Gardens is much larger, and they don't have a restaurant yet. They have a different, like they have a marketplace, and they're building a restaurant, but they don't have a restaurant like Sherman Library and Gardens. So this is a small place, but it's packed with beauty. Now there's a nice strawberry tree, and at the base you can see that they've planted a mixture of annuals and perennials in the border. It's so beautiful. I love the mixture of colors and textures. It's perfect for pollinators, and something that you're going to definitely spot some pollinators when you visit Sherman Library and Gardens. And as we continue, you're going to see the nice textures and colors. It looks like they have some salvia. They have a bunch of different California poppies that came popping up, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful place to linger and look at all of the gorgeous plants that will do well in your garden too if you live in Southern California. It's been a while since I did a Wellness Wednesday. Oh, look how beautiful that flower was. But it's been a while since I did a Wellness Wednesday, and I'd like to do that again today. So in your own garden space, if you have a garden space, or if you have a balcony, if you're growing indoors, sit by your plants. And I want you today to do a journal and talk about how your garden makes you feel. How do you feel when you are near your garden, when you're tending to your garden, when you're around your plants? Just write it down and just explore how your garden makes you feel. When you're done, you can do a sketch of your garden, maybe a sketch of a plant or a flower, just something special that will make you remember this moment. Make sure to date it so that you know when you did this, and you can go back and revisit that in the years to come and remember how you felt when you were in your garden at that particular time. So as we continue to explore the garden, we're going to run into some beautiful wisteria. Now, this won't be in bloom anymore when you go to visit. It only blooms for a few short weeks in spring, but it was gorgeous to see there, and I was really excited to see the wisteria. I really like that Sherman Library and Gardens they have a lot of covered places to walk, and a lot of covered planting areas, or covered areas where they have plants, which is really nice. You don't get sunburned or anything from walking around. Most of the other botanic gardens are so large in Southern California, they might have some shaded areas, but you'll be walking in the sun for quite a while and could get quite a sunburn if you don't remember to wear your sunscreen. So yeah, this is really one of the best places that I've found to visit for a nice little stop. It's only $5 admission for adults, which is not bad at all. So look at how beautiful these plants are in here in this shade garden. You're going to see a bunch of different kinds of begonias. They have so many different types. My grandmother used to grow a lot of begonias and I love them, but I don't have a lot of shade at my house, so I don't grow a lot of begonias. They're so beautiful though. And then we're also going to see some beautiful clivias that were still blooming at the time. Those can come in a range of colors. I've usually seen them in orange, maybe in yellow, but look at how beautiful that pelican statue, or living statue, I think you would call it, living sculpture. It's beautiful. I loved walking through the shade house. It was really, really gorgeous. Have you seen enough plants yet? We still have a few more to show you here at Sherman Library Gardens. Now, we're about to look at the beautiful garden surrounding the pond. I really love seeing how this garden changes. I've seen it in the height of summer and now seeing it in the spring. It's absolutely gorgeous and a great place to spot pollinators like hummingbirds and butterflies. You'll spot some bees there as well on a sunny day. It's really, really nice to view these beautiful flowers. So this is actually the sun garden, and it has a seasonal array of annuals and perennials. As you can see, look at all the colors and textures. I think those are mangaves. Look at how beautiful those are set against the other colors. They really did a great job. There are dramatic combinations. You can see different garden favorites and unique heirloom varieties. There's all kinds of things to see in the sun garden. Now look at how beautiful this Japanese maple was. I think the variety was Bloodgood, and it really does look like the color of blood almost. It was really beautiful. Look at how beautiful artichokes can look in a garden setting. I love how they did this. So this is the beautiful formal garden, and they have a bunch of different kinds of hedges as well as herbs, and it's a nice place to visit. Look at that. They use Swiss chard in the borders. Ingenious. I love it. Now this is a great design for a garden, and you can just see how you could add this beauty to your garden as well. Now, which of these gardens is your favorite so far? I like the formal garden, but I think that my favorite is always probably going to be the sun garden. I just love the way it changes and all the pollinators that it attracts. It's just beautiful. Now, as we continue walking, we're going to see another collection. These are orchids. Look how beautiful they are. I love orchids. I think that they're amazing because of how long that they last and the conditions that they persist in. So now we're going to take a walk and we're going to go and get closer to the central garden again. So show you some more of the beautiful plants in that bedding area around there in the perennial garden. It's a really nice place to stop and visit. You can sit on one of these nice benches and look at how bright those poppies get. I love California poppies. And next we're going to stop in at the succulent garden. This is definitely one of my favorites as well. I visited here the day after Tropical Storm Hillary, and everything was so bright and sparkling because the rain had washed everything down. But it's gorgeous on any day of the week, and twice on Tuesday, right? Oh, look at this little hummingbird that I spotted. Oh, I love spotting hummingbirds. What's your favorite pollinator to spot in the garden? Chime in down below. So as we continue with the succulent garden, look how they planted this pattern. It almost looks like waves, maybe a river. It's gorgeous. I really love how they designed this. And then this is a huge pepper tree. If any of you live in California, you know that pepper trees, while they're nice in many ways, they can get really big, really aggressive, and they're almost invasive. Now they have California pepper trees, which I think may be less invasive, but they're just something that, will grow like a weed for you in California. I love seeing all the different succulents and just admiring their beauty. This garden was so well designed. Look how big some of these cacti are. Okay, and now we're going to show you a little special friend. I really stayed far back from this guy, but he really wanted to investigate. It looked closer. I zoomed in. I wasn't actually this close, but he winds up getting really close to me. Now, do you have a little squirrel friend in your neighborhood? I know people like to feed them, and they are good in terms of like planting acorns and that kind of thing. Like I have an oak tree that's coming up in my yard, but look how cute he is. They're so cute, cute little rodents. And now we're going to go ahead and check out the gift shop. Now they have plants for sale outside, including some narrowleaf milkweed, which is the native milkweed here in California. And it's good to see that much because what happens, usually the caterpillars start eating it and then you run out of all your milkweed. So entering the guest. So now we're going to check out a few things in the garden shop. They had a nice selection of gift items, hats if you need them, if you want to stay out of the sun, cards, stationery, all kinds of cool gifts and trinkets that you could send back to take as gift back to your loved ones as a souvenir. Oh, some really nice things that you could buy for yourself too, if you feel so inclined. Life is better in the garden. I like that shirt. Very cute. I really liked a lot of stuff in this store. I wound up coming out with a t-shirt and a pack of cards. Look at this. They had native wildflower seeds, which is from one of my favorite nurseries, Tree of Life. So shout out to Tree of Life Nursery. Glad to see that they have some of their items at Sherman Library Gardens. You can purchase pieces of art, shopping bags, all kinds of stuff. Anything that you could really want that's garden related, I think you can probably find at Sherman Library Gardens in their garden shop. They have a great selection of items, and it's a perfect way to spend the day or to just spend the morning with your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It's just a small gesture, but it helps so much. So thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.